Bring in now Liberal Senator Hollie Hughes. Hollie, welcome. God, it was an interesting time in the Senate today, wasn't it? Independent Senator Lydia Thorpe, we found out this evening, has been suspended from the Senate after she tore up motion papers and she stormed out of the chamber flipping the bird. This was after, and you can see the photograph there, and there was this extraordinary meltdown from Fatima Payman over Pauline Hanson's attempt to initiate an inquiry into her eligibility to be in Parliament due to her Afghan citizenship. Here's a bit of how it unfolded.
Because the documentation is not good enough. It would not be good enough for anyone else here in this place. So why the protection racket is going on, I don't know.
If that is not racist, what is it? Senator Hanson has worn the burqa in this place. Maybe it's time that she pack her burqa and go to Afghanistan and talk to the Taliban about this. I kept on giving you the benefit of the doubt, Senator Hanson, despite your repetitive attempts to be racist to anyone who does not look like you. You're not just vindictive, mean, nasty. You bring disgrace to the human race.
I think the look on the face of Ralph Babette sitting behind Fatima Payman there just about says it all. But, I mean, this would have to be one of the most extraordinarily childish displays on the part of both Payman and Lydia Thorpe that I have ever seen in Australian Parliament.
So I actually feel like I need to take some ownership here. I was on chamber duty yesterday in the ministerial seat when Pauline wanted to table the document with regards to Fatima Payman. It had gone to all the whips the night before. Everyone had agreed that she would be allowed to table these documents, which did not mean Pauline would speak to them. And Maureen Faruqi actually did not give her leave. And for those not obsessed with Senate process, any senator can deny leave to speak. So Pauline, as she was walking out of the chamber, I said to her, well, why didn't you suspend standing orders? And she sort of looked at me and went, that means I can speak to it, can't I? And I went, oh, yes, you can. So I kind of feel like I need to take some ownership here. I need to own up to my part. But it happened this morning, and having been someone who was struck out of the Senate by the High Court, mine was because apparently the election never ended in 2016, and therefore me taking a role meant that had Office of Profit under the Crown meant I was ineligible to stand. There's a lot of us that have been through Section 44 sitting in that place, and Senator Payman does have some serious questions to answer. She did not take reasonable steps. She is not written to anyone. She has not endeavoured in any official form to renounce her citizenship, but it is actually the Greens' behaviour by purely and simply vindictiveness, denying Senator Hanson from tabling documents, has led to this whole fracas. But what happened with Senator Thorpe today was, I have to say, one of the more disturbing things I've seen. She ripped up papers in Senator Hanson's face and then threw them in her face. Now, I actually bumped into one of the press gallery photographers this afternoon, and I said, oh, I guess we're seeing you later today, because we knew the suspension motion was coming. But his comment to me was, thank goodness someone is doing something, because the next thing she does or the next thing that someone does could potentially be physical. Yeah. This is not acceptable in any workplace at all, and it is completely unacceptable behaviour. But we're talking about this tonight, and the suspension is quite a momentous occasion. And the Greens opposed it. And, I mean, it just shows their blatant hypocrisy. And I'm reasonably confident because, like you, Caleb, I love our Sky viewers, and I'm pretty sure none of them vote Green.
But they want to check themselves if they do.
Well, they're paying for a subscription, unlike the ABC, to watch sensible opinion. But the Greens oppose this, and they oppose this because Senator Thorpe is due to have a private senator's members bill in tomorrow on the alleged genocide. but has, from what I've heard and understand, around 100 or more supporters coming for this Senator Members Bill. So for those of us that know Lydia, I think we can safely assume there will be some form of attempted entrance into the Senate because of this suspension under 203 of the standing orders. The black rod is entitled to block her entrance. Now, the black rod is a very big pseudo, almost, I mean, it's a staff. It's not a sword, but it's a big piece of gear. The black rod is entitled to hold her to that and not allow her entrance. So, you know, who knows? Maybe she sets a fire up into the entrance to the chamber. I mean, you just
you just don't know with this one.
You would not know.
No, you do not know with this woman. It will be extraordinary scenes.
But I can promise you, tomorrow night the conversation will be about what happens tomorrow. Because
100%.
I cannot imagine Lydia is going to let this slide by.
And look, we know what Lydia Thorpe is like. The fact that she's even still there is just incredible. Hollie Hughes, thank you so much for your time.